Next up, we have a machine for Victor. Victor sent us an A1398 that's not powering on. Let's see if we can figure out what's wrong with Victor's MacBook. Let's see if we can get it to power on.
I don't think this is going anywhere.
What do you notice, Paul? What's wrong with this machine? That is quite burned. Okay. It should still turn on without that there, though. Is that the motherboard end or the I/O board end?
This is the motherboard end.
Oh, that's the motherboard end.
Yes.
Yeah, it just needs a new connector. That looks really looks simple. Easy breezy, beautiful cover girl.
Yeah, don't some of these lines go straight to CPU?
No. They don't. They probably don't go to the CPU.
Probably randomly go to CPU. So we're trying to figure out how we can sell complete disrespect in our store. If anybody has any ideas, let us know.
Drop us a line.
So this is the top side of this connector, and you see a bunch of liquid damage around it. So
Yeah, there's two likelihoods here. If Paul is a lucky man, the connector is shorting PP5 ESO to ground, and simply removing some of that will make it turn on again. If Paul is Paul, then the PP5 ESO will have gone to the CPU, and the CPU will be dead. Random.
Does that mean we bring the Zalmo?
Random.
Fix the Zalmo?
In that case, Hi was going to carry the Zalmo from the basement up here, and replace the CPU as overtime.
So I'm screwed. That's not enough flux.
That's a bulk increment of flux.
It's not enough.
Mr. Dean,
Yeah.
I can help. Yeah, Lewis does not exist.
Lewis does not exist. How can he help him? Seems like my board repair tech is as well. Exactly. Sounds like that board needs to be at the bottom of an ocean. Where was the original corrosion?
All over the SMC.
Oh, reflow SMC?
Replace SMC. That's all fine.
Replace SMC. Alright, now what I would be curious is what are those pins that are corroded for? Is it just 5 volts next to ground, which means Paul is lucky? Or is that 5 volts next to CPU, Wi-Fi, or USB data line? Unlucky.
So let's open up a board view and see where this went. Okay, so this is the area that's burnt right here. So we have a ground, 5 volt, 5 volt, 5 volt, 5 volt, ground.
Wow! Wait, so Apple put a ground between the data line and the power line?
This is the guy that got fired when the new one was designed.
Yeah, this guy clearly left to go work for Tesla or something when they started designing the touch bar image circuit. Where the 50 volt backlight line is directly next to the CPU data line.
So this might have survived.
I just usually switch back real fast. I should make a scene for that. Did they make a bigger stream deck than this one?
No, they don't.
You can add 2 stream decks at once.
Is there any company that makes like a really big sort of...
The Microsoft Surface Pro something or other. The one that, yeah, that giant thing.
Oh, the big surface?
Yeah.
I'll pay for Paul to stream, said Cat Tech. Wow, we have people that prefer Paul already. How much would people want to see Kevin do live board repair?
Say I in chat.
No.
Everybody say I in chat if they want to see us kidnap Kevin and put him in the chair.
If I put the F on stream, will Lewis kill me?
And here's where it gets sad.
Okay, now that it's clean, we can see if this is booting okay.
Apple shill? It's really cool being able to see the orange of the inside of the Quick. It's pretty on camera. So pretty. Paul, what do you tell the camera to make it focus?
Focus, you fuck.
Oh, okay. You didn't download the plugin before? That application apparently was updated January 2014. They didn't even have OBS Studio yet.
Remember, if you have any non-Apple random device, send it to us. Attention Paul S., Rossman Repair Group, 186 First Avenue, Front 1.
I'm going to point this laser in your eye if you don't cut it out.
Find the laser that we are going to point in Hi's eye at store.rossmangroup.com. It shoots a near UV, but of course not technically UV, but a near UV wavelength beam that allows you to cure the conformal coating that you see on the screen. Also, if you want conformal coating like the conformal coating you see on screen, head no further than store.rossmangroup.com, where you can buy conformal coating, UV curing pens, and we'll even have a special autograph for the pen that Paul S. used to blind Hi after getting him sent machines that required wires run under the CPU. Paul, will you autograph the pen that you blind Hi with?
Sure. You can have a public service announcement about this. So, syringe. When you let it go, you put it down and it just starts squirting out all over the place. Get it out, and you cut a couple of these pieces off here. So then no air can build up. And it doesn't have as much pressure on the back as it does. It'll be easier for you to push it in.
Giggity giggity, giggity goo. Stick around.
Now,
People want to know if
doesn't
the
get stuck in
rubbers at
there.
store.rossmangroup.com come pre-cut.
No, they don't.
No, you have to circumcise your own rubber. Is it the ground trace or is that the PP5ES4 trace?
This is PP5ES4.
So here we're going to scrape away at the coating on the board until we get to some nice copper, nice conductive copper. And then we'll be able to solder a jumper wire onto that we then solder onto the connector. Once soldered, not only will the machine turn on, but we'll have full returned right I/O board functionality on this Mac. If this was Lenovo and water got over there, it would simply flow to the ends of the machine via this coating, this nice, beautiful tape that's around the board, where channels would take the water away and have it leave out the drainage hole in the bottom. Unfortunately, this is a MacBook. Fortunately for our wallet, this is a MacBook. Now, rather than running wires, we're just going to be able to use this nice, happy little rectangle of copper. Unfortunately, the little rectangle of copper decided to do what an employee does at Foxconn and jump off the side of the table. But just like an Apple employee at Foxconn, it's going to get bounced off of a net and tossed right back onto the Apple motherboard.
Do you want me to? I mean, I could.
Hi, what are you drinking Coca-Cola for?
I don't know.
Give me this shit. No Coca-Cola. Veneer, would you like a Coca-Cola? I know you like junk. He's too young to be eating junk food. You want me to remove the bezel? How much do we have to outbid your current job for to get you back? What is your price?
I'll talk to you later about it. I'll talk to you later about it.
That means no. You ever ask your mom for like a video game or a doll or something, and then they say, "I'll talk to you later," and later means no?
Mm-hmm.
That means no. As you can see here, we're going to small amount of flux here, and we're going to put this nice copper plate on top. So it's going to be exactly as it would have been had we had pins there. As you can see, the solder is not really spreading very evenly because I, Paul, have not used enough flux.
That's not the right amount.
That is not the right amount of flux. Paul, there are 600 people watching that are going to be using the wrong amount of flux now, thanks to you.
And they won't be buying more flux from store.rossmangroup.com.
How are we going to feed Hi and Kevin if we don't have flux revenues?
I think Paul wants me to die.
Chris Long said Apple releases a statement on Foxconn suicides. This is a joke. Only a small number of employees are affected by the mental anguish we put them through to make our shit products. The customer is responsible.
But remember, it's only a small number.
A small number. That's pretty nice. That's a pretty sweet connector. I love the extensions on this phone system. Did I ever play these for you, Veneer?
To infuriate our tech staff with your obvious questions, press 7. Yes, dear. That's great. Now get the fuck out of here, moron.
Every time a PR person calls here, like offering some stupid free shit if we sponsor them, just send them to that extension 701.
Okay.
Or Lenny. Which one's Lenny? Is Lenny?
Hello, this is Lenny.
Hi, Lenny. How's it going today?
Sorry, I can barely hear you there.
Lenny, I would like to have you sponsor a product for us. I saw you on YouTube.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so would you be interested in sponsoring Wondershare Data Recovery?
Oh, good. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, so I mean, would you be... So we would like to pay you $10 to ruin your reputation by promoting this shit software on stream. What do you say, Lenny?
Oh, yes, yes. Someone did say last week, someone did call last week about the same thing. Was that you?
God bless Lenny. One of the best parts of free PBX.
Yes, dear. That's great. Now get the fuck out of here, moron.
This is exactly what Venera sounds like, except without the X.
Now get the fuck out of here, moron.
If Free PBX wanted to sponsor the stream, definitely. If the woman who did that voice recording wanted to sponsor the stream, I'd do that for free.
Look, if Amtech wanted to sponsor it, we would do it. If HAKKO wanted HAKKO sponsor it...
Ixnay on that HAKKO shit.
I'm sorry, quick. And they're 861DW, available at store.rossmangroup.com.
Don't delay. Avoid buying an HAKKO FR810. Overpriced. Underheated with a shit interface today. Get a quick 861DW, 220 volts available only at the moment, from store.rossmangroup.com, where we have all different types of soldering tools, such as wick, conformal coating, affiliate links to other stuff that we don't actually sell, and more. I'll buy you dinner if you say what she said in Russian.
I'm a nice person.
What do you need next?
I'm sorry, LCD camera.
She even knows the difference between an EDP cable and an LVDS cable. Come back, Lanier, please. Please come back. We miss you. At least I know I can send my stupid iPhone to you or Jessa in my life-proof case leaks when I drop it in the toilet again. If you have a phone that you've dropped in a toilet while it is full of shit, don't delay and send that phone to iPadrehab.com today, because I don't want to touch your feces. Some things just ain't worth the money. So here we're going to be touching up every single one of those pins. Now, a lot of these pins that you see over here, they're for a power rail on the, not just the data line. So that, especially the power rails that are going to be delivering a lot of current. So you may wonder, why is there not a micro pencil being used? It's because it's not going to be able to heat them up. So you kind of have to try to fit the standard HAKKO 2027 iron tip under those pins. Someone asks, how does each pin signal go where it's supposed to go if they're all connected to the same pad? Great question. So there are certain signals over here where you have, where all it is a basic little signal line. It only needs one pin. But those pins don't carry a lot of current. So if you have a power line, typically what they do, since each of those pins doesn't carry a lot of current, is they'll use multiple pins in parallel so that one of the pins doesn't blow up or start resisting. Because once the pin starts resisting, it's inefficient. You start losing power. It's going to start creating heat, which I'm surprised they care about because it's a MacBook and God knows they love creating heat. As much as Kilted Tim enjoys creating hot air on the Apple Community Support Forums. Kilted Tim Cook. Kilted Tim Cook. Zero Effects says, what part of Russia is Venera from?
I'm not from Russia, I'm from Kazakhstan.
She said she's not from Russia, she's from Brooklyn.
I didn't say that.
Where were you from?
Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan, sorry. For a second there, I must have had her Amazon business on my mind. Are you still selling those don't go... Can I say it? Are you still selling those, like, don't go bald kits? That's such a scam. That shit doesn't work.
Doing that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Alright, we have refurbished the capacitor here. That capacitor has been certified refurbished. She was about to cry, Kevin. What?
She was about to cry. What?
You remember when I asked her if I could wipe the drive and
Yeah.
it's fine?
And then she changed her
The
mind.
information was very important, but we didn't wipe it.
When you said wipe, did she think, was this like one of those Hillary Clinton moments where it was, did you wipe your server? Like with a cloth or something?
No, 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 no.
Yes.
No, it wasn't.
Exactly what she thought. She thought you were gonna wipe it down and clean it up.
She thought you were going to wipe it with a cloth or something. When she comes to pick up her machine, we got to buy it because the guy that made Bleach Bit actually sells a cloth or something on his website.
I said, do you have any important information on this? She said, no. No.
And then she's like, "Where's my information?"
Where's my information?
She was actually about to cry when she thought that you erased it.
I was like, wait, what the hell just happened? There's no way she's saying the information is important now.
Also, who's guarding the tip jar right now? I'm not guarding anything.
Why don't you take it to the bathroom with you? And wash your hands, obviously, before. Menstruation Pro donated 99 cents. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Why does it need data lines from battery pack to go directly to CPU? What? This is not a battery pack. Paul, are you wiring this to a battery pack?
Wasn't planning on it.
Can you recover my data off of a battery pack and put it onto my super drive?
Oh, that's something that Kevin did. But will you hear the day that somebody left a battery pack with Kevin and asked if we could do data recovery, and Kevin said yes and took it in. And then somebody else, we recovered a hard drive, so he calls them and says, bring something for us to put your data on. And this person brings us a CD drive that's empty. It says,
Oh my god.
do you see why I'm asking if you'll come back? For twice your original salary?
Oh, that's tempting.
3 times?
That's very tempting.
You'll consider?
Mm-hmm.
There is hope after all. I'm making progress.
I want to be fast and be able to jump like that.
Now we're going to see if this is able to boot into an operating system.
So this is my OS plugged into this side. We'll see them poof into non-existence there. Now plug them in here. And it has power. It has communication. Let's boot from it.
My man. The man. The Paul.
Look at that fast boot.
That is booting at USB 3 speeds. Bam.
That's a working I/O cable. It's working I/O board.
Not only have we gotten this thing to turn on again, we have restored USB 3 functionality and the HDMI on the right I/O board. And by we, I mean Paul and his crotch, which has been on camera for the past half hour. He's still getting the hang of live stream. Cropping. Paul, move back. Paul, move back. Paul, move back. Okay, fine. Paul, rest on the headrest for a little bit. Relax.
This is not comfortable.
I imagine that's very comfortable.
That
It needs
hurts.
to be thicker.
That hurts my feelings. You know how much effort went into this chair?
How much effort went into this? How much effort went into this chair?
Lots of abuse.
And soon on store.rossmangroup.com, you can get a signed chunk of chair.
I think I've broken just about every piece off of that while reading that Apple Insider article.
Oh, that's what it was? It was
Wait,
raging?
how did the first piece break off?
You were trying
The
to
tip jar?
lift the chair off of a cable that you were rolling on, and you lifted it by the arm, and the arm just came off.
How did the piece behind it break? Was that the tip jar?
You got no. That was way before.
Oh, I threw
That,
it.
that was the first thing.
Yeah, that was the first thing.
How's the headrest, Paul?
It needs to be thicker. You have
Yeah,
to
right?
you have to lean back too much. It is comfortable though. Kind of warm though.
Make another one.
Yeah, but tape another one onto it.
exactly. This poor chair.
I want a priority mailbox behind it first.
Next, okay. Do we have an easy board in the queue? Hi. Choose something at random.
1932. Okay.
What?
Random.